Good evening, parents, and welcome to Miss Wigg's Freshman English classroom. Tonight I would just like to go over some of our classroom procedures, introduce you to our classroom and how it works, what we're going to be covering this year, and how you can help your student in class. Every day when your student comes to class, there will be standards-based objectives written on the board and the homework right below it. I do this so students can write down the homework in their assignment notebooks. One way for you to be involved in your student's education is to check their assignment notebook each night. If a student misses class or forgets to write down their homework, their assignment can be found on the school website. Here's a list of my most important classroom rules. Respect for yourself means things like turning in your homework on time and doing all your own work. Respect for others is using respectful language and allowing each other a turn to speak. Respect for teacher, of course, means things like keeping your cell phone out of class, listening to the teacher and following instructions. Respect for school means following dress code, no gum or food in class. A complete list of rules and procedures, the nitty-gritty, can be found in the student syllabus. Each one of them should have taken a syllabus home and had it signed and returned by you already. But I see you have a question.
I was wondering if I could get a copy of your homework policy just in case my son loses it. That happened last year and he nearly failed a project.
Of course, there are copies in the back for when you leave tonight. This year we'll be introducing literature to your students as well as working on writing skills. We're going to cover 3 main categories of literature: drama, prose, and poetry. For drama, we're going to start with Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet is a classic story written by Shakespeare, and we're going to pair it with a more modern story called I Hate Hamlet. This is a good text because a lot of students feel frustrated by Shakespeare, so we're going to pull them through the Shakespeare, give them background, and then show them a modern interpretation. Next, we'll be covering prose nonfiction and fiction as well. For our novel section, we'll be reading Fahrenheit 451. And then from our textbook, we're going to be reading an assortment of nonfiction and fiction short stories, as well as covering our last category, poetry. Thank you so much for coming tonight. There are extra copies of syllabuses, handouts, and some refreshments in the back of the room. Thank you so much.